I am here representing the Archdiocese of Vancouver. I direct the Office of Youth and Young Adult Ministry in Vancouver, here with a couple colleagues and parish youth ministers, and we're just here to celebrate the young church, celebrate the hope in Canada with other directors, parish youth ministry coordinators, high school chaplains, youth ministry volunteers, and it's just wonderful. A couple hundred of us just celebrating, affirming, encouraging each other, and challenging each other to be better at what we're doing. That's leading young people closer to Christ.
Okay, so tell me, what's exciting that's going on in the Archdiocese of Vancouver right now?
Well, there's a lot going on that's exciting in Vancouver, but particular to young people, we're really focusing on youth leadership and development of young leaders. So one thing that we're doing is right now we're recruiting for a summer camp that we do for grade 7s. It's called Searching in the Spirit. It focuses on them receiving the gifts, using the gifts they receive in confirmation, and going out and sharing them. And as we recruit for this team, we are interviewing students and asking them, why do you want to do this ministry and why do you want to be on this team? And the most common answer, Cheridan, is they say, I was at this camp 6 years ago, I was at this camp 7 years ago, and now it's my turn to give back what I received. And it's such a blessing, you know, almost in the interview, I'm almost crying. No, I'm not crying, but I'm so thrilled, and it touched me that these guys see that when they were at the camp, they saw leaders that were 18, 19, 17, 16 years old, investing in them, and now they want to do the same to the next generation. And that's why we do what we're doing. Is it's not to put on events, or it's not to get in the diocesan newspaper or whatever. It's because we have people that want to invest in the younger people so that they can experience the same outpouring of God's love and be able to share that with others.
It sounds like the new evangelization to me. So tell me, what do you think the new evangelization is? Is this an example?
It's a wonderful example of new evangelization. To me, it's a couple things. It's not just limited to the priests or to the clergy. It's a call for all of us to do our part, and it's a mission for all of us. I think that's one thing. And the other thing is, it's not just focusing on doctrine and teaching, which are indeed very important, but it's leading young people, leading people to in their own formation and in their own personal relationship and their proclamation of Jesus Christ. So yes, of course, it's a lot of head stuff, but it's got to be a lot of heart stuff too. So those two things for me are what new evangelization is about. It's about all of us doing it, and it's about head and heart.
So what do you think is the biggest challenge at this point for you?
I think with young people and young adults, so all ages, people are hyper busy and overscheduled. When they're in school, especially the high school students, they're focusing on scholarships or getting into the university or college of their choice, school clubs and all that, and they're very busy in school. You take them outside of school, and then they're volunteering, they're working jobs, they're doing chores, they're taking care of their siblings, and they're in clubs, they're doing music and athletics, so that's already very busy as well. And then a couple of that, put on top of that, the iPods, the texting, the iPads, the social media, the Facebook, all that stuff. So I just think we're always competing with young people for their time and their attention. And the challenge for us as youth workers is to make the church relevant to them. Not watering anything down, bringing them the true truth and beauty of our church, and showing them that this should be an important part of your life.
What resources do you rely on to minister to them?
Yeah, there's a lot. We rely on our people firstly, our shepherd, our Archbishop Miller in Vancouver, and many of the priests and clergy and religious in Vancouver. We rely on a lot of each other, whether they're experts, paid diocesan staff, or parish youth ministers, high school chaplains, campus ministers. And we're always on the net, on the internet, always reading, always subscribing to periodicals, just knowing that there's a lot more than what's in Vancouver, a lot more than what's in Canada, but globally trying to bring people. And that's why social media is so important, channels and venues like Salt and Light, because it's more than what we can do in Vancouver. We'd be doing a disservice if we just relied on ourselves. So we try and make the use of almost everyone anywhere type thing. And it's up to us to discern and figure out what's best for them.